Our third lesson is about how to request help. And there are three vocab words. First, 帮, 帮. Second, 得, 得. Third, 回来, 回来. And finally, I'm also going to talk about the grammar behind directional complements. Okay, our first word is 帮, 帮. This is just a verb that means to help. A, 帮 B. 我帮你. I help you. I help you. Now, in our textbook, we combine this with another word. 得, 得. This is a adverb used before a verb. So we have something like day plus verb. And what it does is it, like all adverbs, adds more information to the verb. In this case, day means must or have to. It's used kind of like a command. When I say you should do something, or you must do something, or I have to do something. Not necessarily that I want to do, but I have to do it. I used day. So for example, I can say 你得帮我. You must help me. Or in our textbook sentence, 好啊，你得请我喝咖啡. You must invite me to drink coffee. Day. Let's look at another example of day. 我有事儿得去学校. So I have some things to do. So I have to go to school. Not necessarily that you want to go to school, but you must go to school. If you want to say I don't have to do something, the negative form of day, you usually want to use one of these two, 不用 or 不必. You wouldn't say 不得. This is not something really important, but FYI, don't use this except in its positive form. Now, our third word is a so-called directional complement called 回来. 回来. Remember, notice 来 here is a neutral tone. There's no tone there. 回来. It means to come back. So I can say something like 你得回来. You have to come back. Now, to be clear, 回来 is not just a verb. It is a verb plus a complement. 回来. Now, remember that we've talked a little bit about complements before. It's a really fundamental structure in Chinese. It's a word or a phrase following a verb that provides additional meaning to the verb phrase. So in this case, you're saying 回 means to come, but where are you coming to? Are you coming back? Are you coming to somewhere else? So in this case, we have the word 来, meaning here. So literally 回来 means to come here or to come back. So the 来, the complement, adds meaning to the verb that's in front of it. Let's look at some other examples of directional complements. We can use the directional complement tree, for example. So in this case, tree here does not mean a verb. Tree is a directional complement that follows a verb, and it means to go somewhere. We can also use so for example, I can say 进. This is a verb that means to enter. 进. I can say 进来, meaning come in, come here, or I can say 进去. 进去 meaning you're entering a place, but it's away from the speaker. You're coming away from me. You're not coming to me. So that's an example of how different directional complements give you a different direction for what the verb is doing. Let's look at some other examples. Let's say A is at home and B is away from home. So A says, 你什么时候回来? When are you coming back? Right? When are you coming back to home? And then B says, 我6点回去. So B is going away from where he is to home. So you say 我6点回去. There's a difference between 回来 and 回去. Another way to think about this is to talk about A being inside and B being outside. Excuse me, A being outside and B being inside. So B says, 进来, come inside. But let's say the situation is reversed. A is telling B to go inside while A is outside. A would say, 进去. That's the difference between 进来 and 进去. Let's look at this with an illustration. Okay, let's say the story of the three little pigs. The big bad wolf is saying, I want to come in. So there, he would say, 我要进去. I want to come in. I want to come away from where I am into the house. But the little pig is saying, 你不可以进来. You can't come in to where I am. So this is how the directional complements again. V, verb plus lie, and verb plus 去, 回来. All right. So that's kind of an overview of directional complements. It's all right if it seems a little bit confusing, because for our purposes, we only really need to use the structure 回来. So as long as you realize that 回来means to come back, then you'll be fine. All right, and that's our lesson for today. Thanks for listening.